Okay, so what floor is he on? I'm supposed to run around and look for him?
Are you really gonna search through this whole castle?
Oh, quit grumbling.
Ooh, boy.
This sort of stuff's old hat for us by now.
Yeah, you've got a point.
It's not going to take forever, Law, I promise. Let's just do what we came here to do and get out.
I mean, we don't know where he is. This place ain't that fucking small. Hey, found the star. Well, that was easy. It's a soldier.
Very well.
Alright, you're clear. You can leave.
Well.
Huh? Somehow I'm both surprised and not surprised to see them here.
Hey.
So you're the guys hoarding all the rations.
Pardon me.
What are you doing? Get back to your position. Excuse me? I'll only say it one more time. Get back to your position. What is this guy's deal? Any slaves who disobey orders must be put to death. So says Lord Voloran. Voloran. That's how you say it.
Who we are?
Doesn't seem that way. I must think we're just damning from the town.
Whatever's going on, these are full-run soldiers. Watch yourself.
You can't get out of this! Ignore!
Negative Do it! I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your run!
A chain between your hair.
Here I come!
I'm ready. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
So it wasn't a Donin stockpiling the rations. It was some of Voloran's soldiers hiding out inside his castle. Yeah, I'm not sure whether to be relieved or freaked out about it.
Hey.
What are you guys trying to accomplish? Are you out trying to get vengeance for Voloran? What's going on here? Something's weird about all this. Are you men aware that Lord Voloran is no longer around?
You don't say.
These soldiers seem to think only of the orders that were given to them. Their mind is completely blank otherwise, just like the Donins here. Looking back on it, I did feel like the soldiers we fought here before were mindless. If that's true, they haven't been hiding out here. They've just been going about their business as usual. I guess so. Everyone here was Valoran's slave, but Donins and Renans alike. That's the kind of realm he was running. That doesn't explain why all the hell didn't break loose when these guys, once Valoran was gone, like we've seen elsewhere. A month has passed since Valoran vanished. It's entirely possible things may be starting to crumble at the fringes. But the fact that they haven't to any degree has allowed these soldiers to carry on as though it were business as usual. Whatever the reason, we can't just let these guys keep walking around. We should bring them into the barracks for the time being. I agree, but I don't know if they're going to come quietly. Listen to me carefully, men. I am Lord Dohalim Il-Chorus. I have an order for you, Lord Dohalim. But sir, we serve... Lord Voloran has left the realm and is no longer its ruler. Therefore, in accordance with Renan law, you all must pledge your allegiance to me. So, you expect us to serve you now, my lord? If you respect the Renan rule of law, then yes, that is precisely correct. Yep, of course we shall follow your orders, Lord Dohalim.
Oh, wow!
Oh, crap. I can't believe that worked.
So then,
This should suffice for the time being. Let's bring these men into the barracks and speak with Gane once more.
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
actually, they were abiding Renan hierarchy. Not me personally.
Well, either way, it solved the problem, and that's what counts.
Right. Oh, we got another quest, huh? Well, let's do that first before we talk to Gane.
Always good to be back in familiar territory.
I hear a voice. Somebody's asking for help.
Oh, it's this
Hopefully it's
guy.
nothing that'll be too hard. Oh?
Oh, you again. I wonder what today's recipe will be. You're getting ahead of yourself, young miss. Come on, Gordeno. We all know where this is heading. You have me there, indeed. I'm come across an incredible recipe burned down deep in the bowels of Peligan's mighty fortress. Whatever it is, I don't think it'll ever satisfy your apparently insatiable hunger to hunt for recipes in places like that. Well, as it so happens, I met a sailor back in Mahaksar. He let me borrow a boat, and then I was here before I knew it. You rode that boat all the way here? That's right, but more importantly, what I found in the castle is a forbidden recipe, sealed away since ancient times.
What?
Forbidden, you say? What reason could anyone have had for locking it up away for all these years? I haven't the faintest idea. That's why we must make it, so we'd find out. And so, I ask you all to gather me the ingredients once more. However, being such an old recipe, its directions are written rather obtusely. It calls for something white, soft, and fluffy, a stimulating powder, neither swine nor hare meat, and finally, also something white, soft, and fluffy. Why does it ask for that twice? My guess is that one of them simply refers to rice.
Nice.
Or maybe the recipe is calling for double the normal amount of rice. Sounds okay to me. I don't think they'd write it like that if that were the case. I'm pretty sure all these ingredients can be found in Gadathanaros, so can I count on you to go fetch them? We'll keep our eyes peeled. Actually, we would be more than happy to handle it. What she said. Dependable as always. Then I shall let you two get to work. Good luck. And I actually don't have the ingredients, really? That is odd.
White, soft, and fluffy items. Is that description supposed to be figurative or literal?
Let's check anything in the area that looks edible.
I really don't have them, huh? Or maybe I have everything except the swine nor hare meats. Whoops. Whoops. Oh yeah, so I have everything except for the swine nor hare meat. Where the hell do I get that from? Shouldn't it just be like regular meat that I already have? Let me just check my farm shit.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Ray pig. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, it's this. This is right here. Mysterious natural wonders born with a pig's body and rabbit's ears. Because it said nor swine nor hare. Which means it's, yeah, it's gotta be this. Let's do it fast. Let's do 2 of them. You know what? I'll just do 3 of them. Fuck it. Get it done quick. Alright. Now we wait. While we wait on that, let's just go ahead and do this shit.
That was quite the little adventure we went on. I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Volron's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
Indeed. Ganeth Heros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Danans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Danans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died? The bastards should die! Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Danans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root of all evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
Is that to say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Volron was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganeth Heros is the worst form of oppression we've seen. But treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, There are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dana.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the Lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Danans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
Is your party member over limit? Yes.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
When you think about it, thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Yeah, it's not like your mind will only ever think about good, happy things for one.
Maybe so. But I'll still take that burden over living life as a puppet serving others. That's why I want to do everything I can to help these people.
Alright. Who needs help now?
Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Harros.
I know that. But our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay?
He died. Hey, what the hell happened to him? He's no longer with us. He always looked like he was struggling with his health, but still. He was so close to finally living like a normal human being, too.
Wait!
Damn. Does he have any living relatives? Just his mom. I think she lives in that area over there. Got it. I'll break the news to her.
Having your former mother or son die isn't an easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find her.
I'm sorry, she lives over where? Second floor.
Sorry.
Excuse me, ma'am. I have some bad news. It's your son. He's...
Yes.
It's okay, I know. You do. Then what are you doing? I have work that must be done today since my son can no longer work. It's like this here too, huh?
Alright.
Forget about your work, or better yet, think of tending to your son as your task for today. Very well, I'll get to work.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that, but
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning. There's Zoogles roaming around out there. We should follow after her.
You got it.
finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Wrong way.
Yes.
Then I'll get started. Bring me some fire.
What?
Wait, you intend to burn your child? That's right. That's how you do it. I don't understand. Wouldn't a more formal funeral procession be more appropriate? I'm sorry. Have I done something wrong? Tell me, do you have no custom or relatives of the deceased may say their final farewells? Not really. How could we have it on Donna? Up until recently, our people were too busy toiling away to think of burial rites. Among Renans, it's customary for relatives to send their remains out into the heavens. Why not introduce such a practice to Donna? We believe that in doing so, the deceased spirit shall join the flow of astral energy that travels the cosmos. We could never do something like that. It's the last chance for the bereaved to see their loved ones. Surely something should be done to honor their memory. But death is a part of everyday living for us Donnans. You really think we're going to ship bodies into space somehow every single day? I simply felt that something more ought to be done. When the Rena still ruled over us, we didn't even know what if it was safe to build grave sites. As bodies decomposed and spread diseases, we didn't have any other choice in how we could bury our people. Ridwell, don't think for a second I've forgiven everything that the Renans did to us. Tell me often, do you know why none of us have last names like them? Let me tell you why. It's because we outnumbered them, and they denied us our culture to stop us from uniting against them. Enough. Your people steal so much from us as it is, and on top of that, you have the gall to try and make us live like you too? If you hate it here so much, why don't you just turn them all hollow? That's enough. No more. Lenegis could strike any time, and here we are fighting among ourselves. We're all well aware of the suffering and hatred we each harbor, but if we're going to coexist, we have to recognize each other's differences. That's what we're all working together to achieve, to bring an end to this whole system and begin to live together side by side. That's what I believe, and that's why I'm here. If any of you think differently, then be my guest and leave. I'll break down every last barrier, even if I have to do it alone. Indeed. I sincerely apologize. I consider you a true friend, but it would appear that I have yet to reckon with other people's dark history in earnest.
I'm afraid not.
Rinwell, I completely accept the blame in all of this. Words cannot express how very sorry I am for clearly offending you so deeply.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for lashing out at you as hard as I did, Dohalim. I guess I'm still working through a lot of emotions. I know you were only thinking about what was best for her son, too. Rinwell, I'd like you to teach me about the culture and history of this planet. Perhaps that will help us begin to bridge the gap.
Huh?
Sure, I don't mind. Could you maybe teach me about Rena too then, please? You two are more alike than you realize sometimes. I'm glad we were able to patch things up. We've lost enough good people along the way as it is. Sorry for the distraction. Let's lay your son to rest. We'll do it the Donnan way.
Good.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for granting me that task. Don't mention it. It's the least we could do for you as his mom. Well, because of all of you, my son is at peace now.
Right.
Rest assured, we intend to build a future for this world that would make him proud.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alphen.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right? However you managed it, you knocked some sense into Rinwell and Dohalim, and that mother.
Yeah. I can see my decision to travel with you was well made.
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean... Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the Resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, La.
You're welcome?
Alright. My fucking pig's done yet. Nope. Wow, my horses got fucked up though. That's cool. Okay.
I think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. They're going to need more long-term aid than we can provide on our own.
You're right. We need to ask the other realms to send help, and fast. Another reason to hurry and find a way out of Ganath Haros.
Agreed. We'll start looking for a way out tomorrow. For now, we should spend the day resting up while we can.
You got it.
What?
What's that noise?
Alphen, this is bad! Look at the sky!
Huh?
what's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dana.
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Was she?
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times.
I think I did
Everyone
too.
in the guard always wondered who she was.
She did look
Now that you
familiar.
mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsif too. You saw her, right, Shion? Shion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelagian.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renin top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganeth Haros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cyslodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something.
Oh shit.
Not to this extent.
What's gonna happen now?
We ask around. Let's do what we can.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Dana, did anyone else see any weird lights shoot out with it?
Indeed. As I recall, it was 4 lights, each one a different color and going in a separate direction.
That's what I saw too. What were they?
Hold on. A lot just happened here, so let's take a minute. For now, let's focus on one thing at a time.
I bet the whole of Dana's losing its mind right about now.
And just when we'd finished liberating all the realms. So much for things getting somewhere close to normal.
It's too calculated. As if whoever's behind all this was watching us.
The people of Pelagian seem pretty unfazed
Always
given the
watching.
circumstances.
They've yet to get the full range of their emotions back. Maybe it's for the best. Can you imagine the panic otherwise?
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to leave. That's for sure.
Whatever Lenegis is planning, it's a fair bet this wedge they've sent down is just the beginning.
Even now, they're stealing away Dana's astral energy as we speak. Come on. We don't have much time.
When that thing dropped out of Lenegis, the sound, my oh my, I thought the mountains were collapsing. Trying to find a way to the other realms? Can't say I've ever heard about anything. If we knew about anything like that, we wouldn't have had to hunker down in Thistleum. You're trying to get to the other realms. Without a sturdy boat, there isn't much you can't... Wait, I take that back. I remember one of the elders who recently started talking a little mentioned something. Apparently back in the day, there used to be a way to get through Forlorn Mountains, but not anymore. What could it have been?
Where are these Forlorn Mountains exactly?
Head to Forlorn Mountains.
Those are the mountains you encounter if you walk deep enough into the Lobtu marshlands.
I don't remember there being any sort of path like that around there.
It's possible we overlooked something before. It wouldn't hurt to look again.
I don't either. Oh, it's gonna be this big area. That makes sense. See, there's no, I like how there's a quest that popped up in these other areas now, but you still can't even go to them. But we got a couple here, so let's grab these.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Yeah!
Hey there, beautiful. Can I ask you a favor? What do you need? No, I don't mean you, Burley. I'm talking about the pretty lady over there. Who, me? I must say, you've got to be pretty strong to make it all the way here. That's why I think you're the perfect one to ask. Just get to the point, will you? Will you? Well, you see, I'm trying to make my way back home to Thistleum, but there's this giant bee buzzing around. I guess it's a queen bee. Ain't nothing else it could be as far as I can see. Anyway, I'm too scared to try and walk past it, so I'm stuck here. And just what has anything of this got to do with me? Judging from the calluses in your fingers, I think you're a gunslinger, yeah? I was a fighter in my younger years, so I can tell these things. Anyway, I was hoping you could shoot down that bee for me. If you were a fighter, what's stopping you from just taking care of yourself? I hate to admit, but I'm purely a ground fighter. I'm hopeless against anything that flies around. I'm worried if that queen hangs around for long, she'll spawn even more bees, and I'll really have no hope of getting home. Last thing we need is more bugs crawling around. I'll write you in. I'll see if I can get rid of it. I knew it was right to trust you. My body ain't what it used to be, but I've still got a good eye for these things in more ways than one. Alright. Kill the giant bee.
How did it come to this?
You're a beautiful woman, Xion. That's a good thing, right?
Wait, Kisara. Hey, Kisara! How did it come to this?
You don't look that hard.
Looks like trouble.
Quite. I doubt we'd fare well against it.
Really?
Is it just me, or is...
Let's heal. I'm out of food energy,
Anyone
huh?
else got
I'll try it without it. 45.
Won't be easy. Don't be such a pessimist. These things really get on my nerves. This one's mine. The flashing part's their weak point. Let's get you
Now you see what I can do! I'm ready!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Finally time to walk.
Blue escape! Take this! You're finished!
Take this!
It's in the sky, it's mine.
Not now, not ever. Not be forgotten. Take this!
Glacial spear. Here's evil.
This one's all mine. Okay, here I go. Blue escape!
Everlasting dark.
Megasonic blast!
Heaven and earth.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
You got it.
Take this!
I'm all stopped up.
Burn in hell! You're mine!
Lightning orb.
Double demon fang!
Lightning condemned. Thunderblade. It's weakened. Illuminate the
It ends now!
Healing circle! Illuminate the dark! Don't mind if I do! Back into the square! Raging
Paralyzed.
Looks like you got this one covered. If it's in the sky, it's mine.
What in the world? Don't worry, I'm alright. Still standing.
You said you're alright, dude. Now you're dead.
I'll thank you.
Oh my god.
Won't escape me.
In an instant!
Raging cascade!
Burn!
Elusive deity.
Not on my watch!
It's over! Eternal devastation!
Fluidity of your
The enemy is going all out! Freeze Lancer!
Oh my god, you just summoned more, didn't you?
can't get out of
Can't here!
Forgive me. This is my fault. They smite with
Oh, he's attacking with them. That's what he's doing. Alright.
I'll never miss! Holy Land!
Take this!
There you go! Don't let up!
Demon Fang! It's over! Win! Here I come!
bloody
Radiant Spear! Here's a healing on
Take this! Crush!
A wailing banshee of lightning!
I have no limits! Take this!
Healing circle! Dance in the wind!
Burn!
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. You better.
Take this! Fresh blade!
Watch this! I'll burn it all! Flaming pillar! Fire! Here I come!
Not in your dream! Lunar
Alright, well, we're gonna kill this beast. This fight wasn't that bad.
Here goes!
I'll smash you!
reflect on thy
Dance in
sin.
the wind!
Here I come!
Burn up! I didn't think you had it in you.
Focus. There'll be time to congratulate me later.
Nothing much I can say to that. Got it!
I'm not done!
Now's our chance!
Eternal devastation!
This'll come in handy.
Try this!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Infernal torrent! My turn! You're mine!
Freeze Lancer!
Here I come! It's over! You may be strong, but I'll never back down! Double demon fang!
Dance on the wind! Good one!
Ah.
You're mine!
Now arts are being interrupted.
Carve through armor! Elusive demon fang!
Such unadulterated
Eternal
fury.
devastation! No further!
In here!
Take this! Try it my turn!
Ah, you son of a bitch.
Make it in time. Another incantation ruined. It's in your hands.
Oh my god.
Hurry!
Here I come! Any more of this and I'll burn out!
Burn up!
Thanks!
This is a most peculiar. Why is it human?
To stop you dying?
Oh, right.
I'm Raven Fang! Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Scenic Cyclops!
I almost lost that shit at the end again, like the fucking elemental asshole.
I think I'm getting stronger.
anything.
Is it just me, or were you even more ruthless than usual out there today?
Sure.
There's no law saying I have to be nice to bugs. Although I'll admit, part of it's because I know I have you there to protect me. Shion. Really my favorite fan fatale. I was watching you fight that queen bee from the sidelines out there. As beautiful as a bed of roses when you fight. Why? I think we have a new queen on our hands, if you get what I'm saying. This here's actually my bathing spot. It'd be an honor to take a dip with you, my queen. What do you say? I'll pass. I don't like men who only care about looks. The bee's dead, and I'll go home if I regret killing it. Woof, with a glare like that, I don't stand a chance. Hope I catch your pretty face again at this slum sometime.
Just great.
Ugh, that guy turns my stomach. I'm exhausted. Let's find a place to
Well.
rest. Sounds good to me. Great. I'm really tired today for
I'm
some
really
reason.
tired today
Oh,
for
she's
some
talking.
reason. Anyway, I should get to work on dinner.
Oh, we already started.
We've got it covered tonight, Kisara. Just relax and leave it to us.
I see. Well, I'll leave it to you then. We don't have a lot of ingredients though, so don't go overboard, okay? Guess I'll do some laundry instead. What are you two doing?
What does it look like? We're doing laundry, obviously.
Yeah, I guess you are. You're not trying to clean them by smacking them around again, are you?
Of course not. I have a good memory. Once someone yells at me, I don't forget it.
He's fine, Kisara. I've been keeping an eye on him, and there haven't been any problems.
Oh, good. If you say so, Alphen, then I have nothing to worry about.
Hey, how come you don't trust me when I say it?
Just don't squeeze too hard or else you'll damage the fabric, okay?
Yeah, I get it. You know, if you keep making that face, it's gonna stick that way.
What was that?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Well, if there's nothing for me to do, I guess I'll head back. I suppose I should take this as a sign of how much they've all grown, but... Oh, Dohalim. What are you doing here?
Simply admiring our campfire as I await dinner. I find watching the flames dance can be rather inspiring.
Just the same as always, then. Although I'm sort of relieved.
Oh? And here I thought you were planning to scold me.
Why? Did you want to be scolded too?
No, I wasn't saying that. The night is aglow with star and firelight. Yet what I hold most dear are the words of a friend.
That's not like your usual poetry. Are you trying to tell me something?
Brimming is thy soul with words yet unspoken.
Okay, I get it. You want me to talk to you about it.
To hear your words of worry, I can but sit and wait.
I said I get it. I guess I'm just struggling with how capable everyone's become these days. I'm proud of them, but I'm not sure what I contribute to the team anymore. So, I guess it's been troubling me a bit. They don't need me for chores or fighting anymore. And I don't have much in the way of feminine charm. But aside from being a soldier, do I have anything else to offer? And if not, then what good am I? I can't help worrying about it.
Lost though you may be, with utopia but a dream. Life without you would be no life at all.
Dohalim, you're right. I still have Miguel's dream left to fulfill. And we still have the fight ahead of us to overcome.
With you by my side, even the bitter times can taste sweet.
Okay, I think that's enough poetry for one day.
She's getting wet.
Hey, dinner's ready! Wow, you look really happy, Kisara.
Told ya.
Oh? I'm just excited to see what you two have cooked up. Now let's sit down and enjoy it already. Dohalim, all of your
Hey,
replies last
Mike.
night were poems. What was that all about?
Fucking pigs already.
I suppose I was struck with poetic inspiration. Did it strike your fancy?
Yes, I found it to be quite elegant.
I'm afraid my memory of them is a bit faint. Could I trouble you to recite them for me?
Repeat
you
my
cannot.
sweet words.
Remember them yourself.
Hey, how about that? Increase defense?
Hey, look,
Yes.
we've got way more animals.
Alright, let's rest, cook a meal.
About time we call it a night?
Indeed. One should never underestimate the power of beauty sleep.
Odd. I never thought you would care.
What was the new meal we got? Was it the fish steak? Let's keep. Let's do attack up still.
This is perfect.
Ooh.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
Hey, do you have time to talk? There's something I need to ask you.
Of course. What's up?
It's about the doll I used to have as a little girl. I gave it some more thought, and I still don't remember actually receiving it from anyone.
You were so little. I don't think it's that surprising you've forgotten, is it?
Yeah, but here's the thing. That doll was so old, I'm starting to think I just always had it with me from the start. I know that it's extremely unlikely, but after last time we talked, it got me thinking. Maybe you brought the doll that child made with you to Lenegis.
I couldn't be.
Are you saying you didn't? Look, logically speaking, I know it's a lot more likely that you didn't bring it with you than you did. But you can't say for sure you didn't, right? Crazier things have happened. I always thought I'd be alone, only to end up meeting you, and Law, and Rinwell, and Kisara, and Dohalim. Sometimes things happen in life that we never thought possible.
You make a good point. I left everyone and everything I knew behind 300 years ago. But now, I'm not so alone anymore.
Exactly. You crossed all those centuries to find all of us, so...
Why can't a little doll have made the same jump too?
right? Look, it's up to you to decide if there's any meaning behind all of this. But I choose to think there is.
Yeah, I think so too. There's something beautiful about the whole thing that simply can't be denied.
I'm looking forward to breakfast. Morning.
Alright, let's go turn in this damn recipe quest.
Ready to head out?
Well, it's about time. This should be everything the recipe asked for. Yes, I see rice here, spices, pig meat, and is this that other white, soft, and fluffy thing? Yeah, it's called tofu. Apparently you make it by taking the liquid from soybeans and solidifying it.
Very nice.
Oh, fascinating. I can't wait to see how it tastes. And I'm really curious. I had a lot of trouble bringing this stuff back without Shion stealing it and eating it. Well, here's a recipe. Go ahead and fix this mabo curry so we can find out why it was forbidden. Right, we'll get right
Just a
on
minute.
it. Hold your horses, Alvin. I'll decide how much spice we put in it. If we let you decide, it'll tear a hole through our stomachs. Fine.
Great.
Alright, it's all done. I made sure to give Shion an extra large serving. Oh, look at that beautiful dish. It smells just as divine, too. Now to see how it tastes.
What?
Whoa, this is exalting, fulfilling, liberating, absolutely exquisite. I'm in heaven. This masterpiece is surely the key to realizing world peace.
Great.
So basically, you really like it. Is what I'm getting there. Great. Then let's also go ahead and you're already eating, huh, Shion? Delicious. I love how different spices complement each other, and this soft, mild tofu gives it a nice texture. Don't you think this tastes great too, Alvin?
No way.
Oh no, this is bad.
Oh?
Bad? I thought you liked spicy food. This is really bad. Forgive me, Shion. This is absolutely...
Hey.
Stop, you're embarrassing yourself.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
How?
Embarrassing indeed.
Amazing.
I'm sorry, but it's hard to put into words just how good this tastes. Makes me want to get up and jump for joy. Now you're starting to understand what I've been trying to teach you. I never would have imagined such an overwhelming dish could ever exist. I can already feel myself getting addicted to it.
Yes.
Now I see. This may very well be why it was branded a forbidden recipe in ages past. Perhaps even great wars were fought over it, or perhaps not. Likely not, the more I think about it. Better make sure you don't eat too much of this stuff, Shion, or you might regret it. I'll be fine. Besides, I prefer to eat it with bread, so what? What difference does that make?
Very
I
nice.
feel completely and utterly satisfied. I can leave this realm with no regrets. Having now visited each of the realms, I'm not sure where to travel next. But I sense fate shall bring us together again one day. Until next time, farewell.
Alvin! Shion's stuffing bread with mabo curry!
Now I can eat this every day.
Jeez, Shion, you're hooked on that stuff.
Fucking psycho. Alright, this alone. It's a quest. Ooh, two quests.
Finally made it.
No way.
No, Tio, is that you? You're finally home.
right.
Forgive me, I do believe you're the wrong person. My name is Dohalim. As it so happens, I'm new to this area. Oh, you're the ones who drove out those Zugals. I'm so sorry, my mistake. Fret not, it appears there's something troubling you, however. If it's not too much to ask, would you mind telling me a little about this Notio fellow of yours? I can't. Is it hard to discuss? As you can see, we're but a roving band of misfits. We've seen much on our travels, so we don't shock easily. Well, in that case, my name is Kagari. Notio is my lover, only he's a Rene.
You don't say.
I see. I can understand why you were hesitant then. I take it something happened to you? Up until several months ago, we used to meet in secret out of the village, but ever since then he hasn't returned. He sounded completely normal last time though, so I don't know what's going on. Oh no, Tio. Whatever might have happened to you. Anyway, he works as a guard in Pelgian. I'm afraid he might have, well...
Stay calm.
Stay calm. There could be any number of reasons why he hasn't returned. At any rate, your story intrigues me. I feel personally invested now. We shall investigate this ourselves and get to the bottom of it. Really? You do that for me? Gladly. Leave this matter to us. For now, we shall make our way to Pelgian, and any records we find there should tell us just where he went. Good idea. With that, we shall be on our way. With any luck, we should have good news before long.
Sure.
Yes, thank you.
Perhaps you shouldn't have gotten your hopes up.
I felt moved by people whose love transcended the boundaries of race. I wanted to hope.
I can see why.
This is terrible. Our coastline is a wreck. What's wrong, sir? An enormous bird keeps whipping up these enormous twisters and ruined everything. That sounds like a Zoogle to me. What a shame. It used to be so peaceful along here.
Ridiculous.
You should see all the flotsam and jetsam that's washed ashore. They say birds like shiny objects, don't they? I guess flying Zoogles must think like birds. At any rate, we can't go fishing while those twisters are around. We're in deep trouble.
Got it.
Don't worry, sir. We'll blow those pesky tornadoes back to where they came from.
Right.
If it's a bird Zoogle we're dealing with, that'll make it a nice and easy target for me, too. Goodness, are you two such brave young women? If you really intend to visit the shoreline, do be careful. Alright. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. Next time, we will hunt this bird Zoogle, go look for this chick's lover, and then, unless more quests drop, if they don't, we will head to the marshlands and continue the story. And climb over the mountain to try to get back to Cislodia. There we go. Till then, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Late.